Welcome to this information sharing video. Hopefully it solves problems for some people. With me, MrSealyp. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, since free content update number 3, patch 1.11 yesterday, a lot of people are having a lot of problems, and some people are having no problems at all, which is bonkers, and it all comes down to what mods you have installed. There seems to be, now I will explain this because a lot of people have been messaging me saying they are certain it is this mod or this mod or this mod. It seems to be different for different people on different platforms, and again, some people are not having the issue at all, so it literally comes down to what mod you've got installed. A lot of people are saying straw harvest. A lot of people messaged me and said it was the NECO pack. Some people messaged and said it wasn't any of the giant stuff, it was other stuff. I had the Mega Hub production was mentioned. Someone said they disabled that and they were fine. And the extended goods and productions pack, that was causing problems for some people, and it seems a bit random, so I'll show you how to fix it in inverted commas. I assume Giants are working away at it. We're not too sure what's going on. If I come down to my downloadable content, and come to here now, a lot of people initially said yesterday, straw harvest pack, it's the straw harvest pack. Now the problem was, when you come onto some of these, like for example, if I click on that, it gives me no option to uninstall it from the main menu. So if you find it's one of the Giants mods, what you might need to do is come out of your game and go into your actual downloads of the mods themselves and uninstall them from your system rather than from the game, because some it will let you uninstall, some it won't. So my straw harvest pack, it wouldn't let me uninstall from the game. I uninstalled it, came back in, I was still having the problem. So for me, it wasn't the straw harvest pack. So what we'll do, if I come to my career, and I'll just, for example, now another reason why I haven't done the mod review yet, there were 46 mods yesterday, including packs, way too many for me to get onto anyway. It was a ludicrous amount of mods yesterday. I couldn't get my mod test map to work, and I'll show you. So if I click on here, now I don't have all my mods selected. If you look at all the mods I've got installed, I have certain mods selected for my mod test map, which I use when I'm doing mod testing. So when I go onto my map, just with these selected, and I'll show you. So if you didn't see my video yesterday, I'll show you what it's doing. If I press start now, and you'll see I've got precision farming on, but I haven't got MacDon Nexat or Plains and Prairies installed. I've got the FarmCon 24 pack, and I've got unlimited colour configurations, which is a Giants mod. Some people saying it's not the big packs, it's other Giants mods, because Giants updated a load of their mods yesterday. So what I'll do, I'll just load it up now and show you with what I've got installed. If I click on start now, and what's been happening is, top left, the help window has been vanishing as well. Like I showed on my video yesterday, if I hop into a vehicle like that, there you go, I've got my control group there at the top left, and depending on what vehicle you're running, you should get other options and menus. And what was happening was that menu was disappearing every few minutes. I was having to go back in and reselect. So now if I go into build mode, that's what I get. To the left, completely blank, nothing. I can't do anything. So it's still not fixed. There's still a problem. Now I haven't got all of my mods selected either. So what we'll do, let's come out of there, come back to there and quit the game. I must at this point add in this is not as straightforward as I initially thought. This is future MrSealyp coming back to talk to you now at the start. This is also going to depend very heavily on what Let's Play, what map, what mods you've got installed for each individual Let's Play. For example, if I show you here, I've got my Wilderness series on Sunshine Forest, I've got my new Let's Play on BR163, I've got my mod test map, and obviously there's standard base game stuff. Now each of those is utilising different mods. So what you're going to see next is me working through this process of how to find the problem mod on my mod test map. And when we get to the end, you'll see, I'll explain, I found it, I isolated it by using the method I'm going to show you, and found the mod that's causing me the problem. However, when I went onto my Wilderness map, I'm not using that mod on my Wilderness map, and my Wilderness map is broken as well. Which means, on my Wilderness one, there's a different mod that's causing the problem. And potentially on my BR163, there could be a different mod that's causing it. So this you know, the only other option to do this is to go into here, come down to your installed mods and do the same thing here. Would be to uninstall mods, which is a real pain. It's probably quicker and easier to go through and do the process I'm going to show you by deselecting and reselecting mods on each individual Let's Play. It is so frustrating, and I can't believe it seems to be random, not just between players, not just between platforms, but also between game saves, which I didn't think would be a thing. So the first option, which was suggested to me, if I come back into my career mode, come back down to my mod test map. Now this, a lot of people said, I think Giants had initially said it's only on modded maps this is a problem. It's fine on base game maps. No, it's not. I've checked on Riverbend Springs, Hutan Pantai, Zolonka, and it's doing the same on all of them. So it's not, it comes down to the mods. So I come back to my mod test map, click on here again. So what was suggested was disable everything. Disable every single mod you've got and then load your game up and it'll work fine. So let's do that. So we're done. So every single mod has been deselected. You see now all my test mods, all the stuff I have, the silos, all the gear I have out to help me test mods, go into here and it's working because all my mods are deselected. So it's got to be one of those mods then, hasn't it? It's got to be a mod conflict. And like I said, what's weird now, this is the other thing I'm going to test today is, let's come back and quit that. I'm not saving it because I need that save game. So I've got, I know before people get angry, in the house, indoors, not where I work in the man cave, indoors, there's the family PlayStation, which everybody owns, everybody uses. So I went indoors yesterday, I tried this out yesterday evening, because I was getting all these messages, and I worked out what the mod was for me, indoors, on that PlayStation. I'm curious to see whether it's the same outside in the man cave on my work PlayStation. One's a PlayStation, work PlayStation is a PS5 Pro. So what we're going to do now is come back onto career, come to our mod test. Now this method was told to me ages ago. I can't remember if it was Hydra or Feldin or Farmer Foley, or I can't honestly remember who it was that told me this or suggested it. If it was you, thank you very much, and probably a lot of people know this already. So the quickest and I guess easiest way, now you might have 200 mods installed and you think, well, that's insane. You can halve them and get very quickly down to the ones that it might be. So what I'm going to do, if I look down my list of mods here, I've got row upon row upon row as we come all the way down here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up to the top and I'm going to come down, I don't know, a few rows. I'm going to deselect that, row 3. Let's just go with that to start off. It's not maybe quite half, is it? I'm just looking at my bar on the right hand side. Let's do another row there, that one there, and that one there. So we've got down to liftable pallets and bales. So that half of the mods I've now deselected. All of this lot is still selected that I've got down here. So what I'll do now is load my game up. If it's still broken, the broken mod has got to be one of these bottom ones in this bottom half. If it's working, if I've got no problems at all now, the broken mod has got to be in the top half of my mods. That stands to reason, doesn't it? It has to be. And bearing in mind, I've deselected all of those ones. So MacDon, Nexat, Plains and Prairies, Precision Farming, Unlimited Colour Configurations, they're all Giants ones. So if it's still broken now, it's not one of those ones. For me, I'm not saying it's not one of those ones for you. So this is the process. Deselect half of your mods and try again. So let's start. Like I say, for me last night, all those mods dropped and I sat and I worked, I was sitting for ages. Right, build mode. And it's working. So it's different. This makes no sense. This makes no sense at all. Because inside the house, yesterday when I did this, the mod that was causing my problem indoors on my other PlayStation was Tractor Swathing by BB Mods. I worked all the way back and got to that mod, And that was the mod that was causing me my issue, the tractor swathing. No, I haven't deselected that. I deselected the first half. So this is now telling me that the problem mod is in that first half of mods, because I've now got my build mode back up again. So it's different on my this is what doesn't make any sense. It seems to be a random bug, a random problem. So now we come back to career. So we know it's got to be one of these first mods. So I don't have to deselect any of the second half now, because I know they're all fine. Where did we get down to? We got down to liftable pallets and bales. So it's got to be one of these, hasn't it, in this top half. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to split my top half of mods. So I'm going to deselect the first few rows. So one more row up. So I've gone up to drop deck trailer. So I've just got to remember drop deck trailer. I'm going to do it again and see what happens. If it is still working or it's not working, I can work out where it is. If it's working, it's got to be one of those mods in this section I've just deleted. If it's not working, it's got to be one of these mods up here. My money's on not working, and my money's on now it's going to be one of the Giants mods. But I've only got precision farming installed, which is an interesting one. Okay, we're about to find out, I guess. Okay, here we go again. It's working again. So it's got to be one of those mods I just deselected. Unless Giants have suddenly fixed it, but that's weird. I've still got my precision farming, I've got those other ones, and it's working again. So where did we get to? We got to drop deck trailer, didn't we? So we went from liftable pallets and bales there to drop deck trailer. So I've got a half those now, kind of. So I've got 4 there, 5, 6, and then we've got these ones down the bottom. So what we'll do, let's deselect that one, that one, that one, that one, and those two. So we've gone up as far as the HW80. We'll try it again. So these ones now up to drop deck trailer. If it turns out to be one of the ones that I use a lot, I'm going to be so angry. Bang. So it's not working again. So it means that final little section, that little section of mods that I haven't deselected yet, it's got to be one of those. And this is what I'm talking about. That half and half and half and half, that process of elimination. By deselecting that other lot, I've now got one section of mods left that I haven't deselected. It's got to be in that. Right, I'm going to now work out which mod it is, and I'll show you with it on and off that that's the mod that's causing the problem. And it's different to, I can't understand that it's different to the one on the inside in my indoors PlayStation. Surely it's the same problem on PlayStation, not surely it's the same mod. But apparently not. So something in the coding, something in the update 1.11 from Giants yesterday has caused different mods for different people to just trip out, to just say no, don't like the update, and it's causing an issue. I don't understand it. Right. So ladies and gentlemen, whichever way around I got it, I have isolated on my mod test map, and I'll show you what I was talking about earlier on at the start, and it's absolutely crazy. If I come to greenhouse wood, that one there, and I deselect that mod, just that one, everything else is still installed, my Giants ones up the top are still installed, just that one on this Let's Play, my mod test map, and that's really annoying because that's a really useful mod for me. If I start my game now, moment of truth, build mode is there. That's the only mod now I've deselected on my mod test. By doing that process of elimination, that's the mod I've come to, which is causing me a problem on this particular Let's Play. And I'll show you now why that's an issue. And this is what I was talking about at the start. So I come out of there. This is taking longer than I thought it was going to because I was not expecting this problem. Now, on my I'm using on multiplayer is what I'm playing my Wilderness one on. So if we continue on there was only one mod, that one there. Right, so I've got all of these mods. I've got all these mods installed. But the one I don't have installed and selected is, look, the greenhouse wood. Now the greenhouse wood mod is causing me my problem on my mod test map. I've deselected it, my mod test map is working fine. So my brain is now saying, well, I haven't even got it installed on here. So my Let's Play on here should be fine, shouldn't it? So the moment of truth. Build mode. Nothing. Which means on this game save, it's a different mod that's causing the problem, not the wood one. So the problem you've got then is you are then chasing down multiple mods. And like I say, I still stand by the method I've just shown you is going to be the quickest way of doing it, because going through and uninstalling mods, then having to reinstall the mods, remembering the mods you had installed in the first place, could become a bit of a problem, especially if you've got a lot of mods installed. And if you've got 5-6 different Let's Plays running, now you might be lucky, you might not have a single mod installed that's causing you any problems, in which case you're absolutely fine. But I still can't get my head around the fact that my mod test map is now fine, but that one's not, and it's different mods. So it's still, as far as I'm concerned, that's still on giant shoulders. Whatever has happened in that update has caused problems across a multitude of different mods for different people. My concern now is, although now I've isolated the mod that's causing me my problem on my mod test map, if I go to do mod reviews now, if there's something in the coding for a particular mod or a particular pack or whatever it might be that causes that to trip out, in doing a mod video, I could install and select a mod to do a review on it that causes the problem, and I'm not going to know till I start doing that. So that's going to be something I'll come to later on. I feel bad because I feel like, yes, I've shown you a solution, I've shown you a way to isolate and find the mod that's causing the problem, because in my head yesterday when I did my testing late last night, it was one mod, but it's not. It could be multiple. You could have 2 mods, 3 mods, 5 mods, 10 mods that are causing you the problem. So yeah, not great, but it is a fix, and it will fix your problem, especially if there's a particular Let's Play, a particular map you're playing on, you've got a lot of hours into it and you're really frustrated. At least you can isolate and find the mod, or potentially a couple of mods that are causing an issue, and it could be a couple of mods. You might have more than one mod on that, or it could just be on each particular game save one mod is tripping it out. Anyway, I hope this has been useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If it has, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. And if you want to share this video, then of course please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.